Good morning, everyone. To formally start our class for today, let's have our prayer first, okay? Okay, so please bow down your heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Let us pray.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
So now, class, to start our lesson for today, Teacher Garcia is going to take over to have our lesson activities. Are you ready? Good job! Okay, let's go!
Okay, good morning class. So before we start to our lesson in this morning, let's just have a game first. Okay, so this game is what we call the hide and picture. Okay, does any one of you here familiar with that game? Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, I know you already how to play this game. I will just tell you the mechanics, okay? Just listen carefully. Okay, so this group is the group 1 and this row is the group 2. Okay, each of you will have a chances to pick the 3 numbers in the first round and 2 numbers in the second round and 1 number in the final round. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so are you excited? Okay, that's good to hear. So let's start our game. Let's have first the group 1. Where's the group 1? Okay. Please give me your 3 numbers, your chosen numbers. Okay, you have 20, 21, and 22. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Eggs? Nice try, group 1. But that's not the correct answer. Okay, group 2. Yes, your 3 numbers. Okay. You choose the number 35, 36, and 37. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I'm sorry, group 2. It's not the correct answer. Okay, let's have the second round. Okay, you have 2 numbers or 2 numbers that you will choose, okay? Okay. We have the group 1. Okay, please tell me your second number. Okay, you choose number 41 and 42. Okay, let's have your answer. Deviled egg. Wow, group 2, you got the correct answer. You clap your hands, everybody. Okay. Group 2, you can habol, okay? Don't be sad. Okay, we have 2 pictures. Okay, you have a lot of chances. Okay, class, let's proceed to the second picture. Okay, group 1, you choose your number. Okay, group 1, you choose number 20, 21, and 22. What is your answer? Shrimp? Nice try, but not that the correct answer. Okay, group 2. Please tell me your chosen number. Okay, you choose number 30, 31, and 32. What is your answer? Cocktails! Very good, group 2. You got the correct answer. Now, let's have the last one. The group that can guess the picture will be the winner, okay? Because this is the final round. Okay, so group 1, please tell me your number that you chosen. Okay, you choose the number 36, 29, and the 37. Okay, your answer is hors d'oeuvres. Very good, Group 1. Please clap your hands. Okay, congratulations for our winner, which is the Group 1. Congratulations! And also, congratulations to our Group 2 because you did the great job. I hope, guys, you enjoy this activity. Okay, thank you very much.
Good job, everyone! So we made those activity because those pictures are related to our topic this morning. Our topic is all about the different classifications of an appetizer. Alright, so does any one of you has an idea what is an appetizer? Good job, your ideas are correct. Now, has anyone ever prepared or experienced eating an appetizer? Wow, so I can see that some of you has and some of you hasn't. Now guys, your ideas are all correct, but I want you to take note that appetizers are food that stimulates appetite through their attractive appearance, smell, and flavor. It is usually served in small quantities. You can use vegetables, fruits, meat, fish, and seafood to make an appetizer. Remember guys, an appetizer are bite-sized food. Okay? Alright, so now let's move on. And since you are already aware what is an appetizer, now in this lesson, you will learn the different classifications of an appetizer. Let's start with number 1. Okay, so the first picture is a cocktail. Now, please read the description about cocktail. Very good. Thank you so much. So guys, I want you to remember that cocktails are served in a cocktail glass or in a shooter glass. I know that most of you are already familiar what is a shooter glass. It is like a shot glass, guys, okay? And when we say cocktail glass, that is the same with the picture. Okay, this is a fruit or vegetable juice mixed with alcoholic beverage. Also, guys, when we say cocktails, this is a very tangy kind of appetizer. So usually its sauce is made of tomatoes. Okay? Now, next, let's have the second picture, which is the hors d'oeuvres. Please read the description. Thank you so much. So remember guys that hors d'oeuvres are highly seasoned food and it can be served hot or cold. So sometimes this is simply placed on a platter and passed around. Okay? And sometimes it can be served individually to the guest. Next one is the picture of a canapé. Please read the description. Okay, thank you so much for reading. So, canapés are made from thinly slices of bread in different shapes. So as you have read in the hors d'oeuvres, so an hors d'oeuvres is a combination of a canapé. However, when we say hors d'oeuvres, it has 3 parts, but the very base of an hors d'oeuvre can be different. But when we say canapé, the difference of a canapé is that a canapé is an open sandwich, meaning to say the very base of a canapé is a toasted bread or can be crackers. Okay? So, if you're going to make an hors d'oeuvre, you can make a deviled egg, which is your very base is the egg whites. Or it can be a cucumber. However, if you're going to make a canapé, the very base of a canapé must be a bread. A thinly sliced bread or a cracker. Okay? Okay, so of course, you can innovate and create different shapes when you are making a canapé. So you can make a heart, you can also make a star at the base of your canapé. It is a finger food that has 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? The 3 parts of our canapé is a base, spread, toppings, or a garnish. Okay? So another one, guys, I want you to take note that the larger canapé are termed as zakuskis, from the chef name Chef Zakuski. Now, this time, let's proceed in the next part, which is the relishes or the crudites. So please read the description about relishes. Thank you so much for reading. So as you can see in the picture, this is a pickled or a julienne cut vegetable. This can be served with a dip. So it depends, okay? So you can serve it with a dip or you can serve it without a dip. So when we say relish, guys, these are thinly sliced vegetables. It can be a julienne cut or any cut that you like, any preference that you like. So relishes are usually served in plates. So it can be placed in a big plate, in a big white plate, and you can arrange it. Like for example, in this side it's all carrots, in this side it's all celery, in this side it's all cucumber. You can arrange it like that, as long as it is thinly sliced. Next one is the petite salad. So please read what is a petite salad. Okay, thank you so much. So when we say petite salad, plain and simple, it's a salad. However, guys, when we say salad, it's not just macaroni salad. It's not just fruit salad. Okay, so there are many kinds of salads. You can make many kinds of salad. All right, there is a garden salad. There is also the salad that has a very strong flavor. As long as it's going to be in a small portion, then that is an appetizer. You can serve it in a spoon bowl. And of course, you can serve it into, you can put it in a leaf as the base, and then you put the salad on top. Now, let's proceed in the next part, which is the chips and dips. Now, I know that most of you are already familiar what is a chips and dips appetizer because we can usually see this when we are going into parties, like simple parties. Like if you have noticed, some parties are doing this. They put some crackers like Nova or fish crackers or chicharron on the table. They set it on a table and put some vinaigrette sauce on the side or a Thousand Island sauce on the side so that it can be easily picked by their guests. And that is an example already of an appetizer. So when we say chips and dips, basically it's just chips and you will have to pair it with a dip. Okay? But it's not just junk foods, guys. You can make your own potato chips. It can be a tortilla cracker, your crackers that you like. You can make your own dough and then make it into a chips. And of course, always innovate your dipping sauce. Okay? Very good. Now, let's proceed in the next one, which is the fruits and vegetables. Now, guys, when we say fruits and vegetables, this is the very simplest appetizer. But before we discuss, please read the description. Thank you so much for reading. When we say fruits and vegetables, these are very good appetizers because it has low calories. For example, you could serve a platter of thinly sliced cucumbers, chunks of red bell pepper, and baby carrots. For a fruit tray, consider serving red and green grapes, as well as chunks of mango with toothpicks. So it's very cute that you're going to make a kind of fruit, fresh fruits and vegetables appetizers, and then you're going to put a toothpick in the center so that the guest can just easily pick those fruits and vegetables, okay? And it's very simple and it's very good also because aside from its sweet flavor and aside from the very fancy color, it has a very low calories. Perfect for those people who are on a diet. Okay, so just want you to take note, guys, that when we have a fruit as an appetizer, fruits are very watery and it can be very messy. So to avoid this kind of mess in your plating, you can choose a fruit or a vegetable that is not very watery. So, meaning to say, watermelons, pineapples, or avocados, those kinds of fruits are not very recommendable. Okay? And another thing, guys, this is an addition for the vegetable or the relishes. Well, if you're going to serve a kind of vegetable, make sure that this can be eaten raw. But then again, if you are going to serve a kind of vegetable that you like, for example, eggplant, of course, you must blanch it first before putting it in your plate. Make sure always that what you're serving is edible. Okay? Okay. So now, guys, that's the second to the last part. Now let us proceed to the very last part, which is the anything smaller. Please read. Thank you so much. So when we say anything smaller, if you want to serve your favorite homemade sausages, you can cut them into small pieces. Wrap them in a pastry shell or anything you like. So for example, if you're going to cook a lobster or a shrimp, you can cut it into very small pieces. And this can be like an introduction to your main course. So that is an anything smaller. It can be your entree, and it can be an introduction of your entree. So for example, you're going to cook caldereta. You can cut a very small piece and then you can put it in a bowl-like spoon. And then that's going to be your appetizer to introduce it to your guest. Okay? And also, when we say anything smaller, these are just anything from the word anything. But you can put in a plate as long as it is in a bite-sized cut. Alright? So, okay, those are the classifications of our appetizers. Now, let us move on to the following examples of an appetizer, including their materials and ingredients. Alright, so the very first one is the canapé. So when we say canapé, these are bite-sized open-faced sandwiches consisting of tiny portions of food presented on base or bread. Okay, so there are three parts of a canapé. The first one is the base, second one is the spread, and the third one is the toppings or the garnish. Now let's first have the base. So when we say base, this will hold the spread and the garnish. So you can either use a cracker or a toast, and you can cut it into different shapes such as hearts, or stars depending on your preference. Okay? So remember, when we say canapé, the very base of it, it's always a toasted bread or a cracker. Alright. Now, next one is the spread. Now, when we say spread, guys, you can place it on top of the base. Of course, when we are making sandwich, you are always going to put the spread on the top of the bread so that the garnish will stick onto it. Okay? Can you give me an example of a spread? Okay, very good. Those are all correct. So you can have butter, margarine, chicken spread, tuna spread, depending on what you prefer. Okay, so first is we have the flavored butter. Okay, guys. So of course, when you are going to use the butter, it must be a softened butter. Now, let's proceed to the cream cheese. Of course, so who likes cheese? You can use a cream cheese as your spread when you are making a canapé. And, of course, you can also use a meat kind of spread, meat or fish kind of spread that you can just buy on the market. There is already in the brand Lady's Choice where you can see the chicken spread, the tuna spread there already. It's already made, ready-made, and you can just apply it on the top of your canapé. Alright? Now is the last part, which is the garnish or the toppings. So you can put any food item or combination of items placed on the top of your spread. So you can put any food item. What can be? You can use a vegetables, seafood, or meat. Okay, you can add a ham, you can add a salami, a roasted beef, just in small pieces. You can also add smoked fish or salmon or shrimps inside it, or pickles, anything that you like, guys, as long as it is your preference. Okay? Alright, so now let's proceed in the next one, which is a cocktail. So when we say cocktail, guys, always remember that when we say cocktail kind of an appetizer, it is a juice or a type of a cocktail that has a fruit juice mixed with a beverage. And it is always served with a seafood. Okay? So, always a seafood. When we say a cocktail, it is served with a seafood and mixed with an alcoholic beverage. Next one is the relishes. When we say relishes, guys, these are raw vegetables or pickled vegetables that are cut into thinly sliced shapes. Okay? So, it has two categories, guys. What are the two categories? Raw vegetables with dips and pickled items. Okay? So, first one is raw vegetables with dips, and it can be pickled items. Usually, when we are serving pickled items, it doesn't come with a dip anymore. But when we are just going to serve it raw, then it always comes with a dip. You can use a lot of dips, guys, depending on your preference. Again, you can use the bagoong or ginamos kind, or you can also use a mayonnaise. So it really depends on the guest preference or your preference as the one who's going to prepare this food. All right? Okay, now let's have Miss, alright? Now let's proceed to the next part, and Miss Danica Estanyol is going to take over.
Ciao, estudiante! Let's discuss about a small savory dish, typically one served as an appetizer in the beginning of a meal. Or shall I say, hors d'oeuvres in Italian? Now, class, let us dig deeper in knowing hors d'oeuvres. Now, you can ask a question. What is hors d'oeuvres? This is not familiar to me. So what is hors d'oeuvres? These are a variety of food, both hot or cold, served as appetizers. The serving is smaller in unit size or portion size that can be eaten with forks from small plates or with fingers. The first one, class, is antepasto, an Italian appetizer, which means before the meal. Please read its examples with me. A. Cured meats. Under the cured meats, we have salami, prosciutto, bologna, and boiled ham. The next example is seafood items. Some examples of these are canned items like sardines, anchovies, and tuna. Letter C, we have cheeses. Some examples of these are provolone, mozzarella, hard-cooked egg, and stuffed eggs, even relishes raw vegetables. Thank you, class, for reading the examples with me, and we also know what is antipasto and its example. We can now proceed to the second example. We have bruschetta. Bruschetta is a slice of Italian bread that is toasted raw with brushed garlic and drizzled with olive oil, served with toppings like canapes. The third one, class, we have tapas. Read the description with me. A small food item intended to be eaten with wine or other drinks, usually in bars. They are served in a small portion intended to be eaten immediately. So tapas is usually a small size. Because of its size, we can eat it in just one bite. Now, thank you. We have the fourth one, caviar. Now, I want you to say it with me. Caviar. Very good. It is a salted raw or eggs of the sturgeon. Any product labeled caviar must come from sturgeon. Raw from any other fish must be labeled as such. White fish caviar. Thank you, class, for being with me even to this last example. We have amuse-bouche. What is amuse-bouche? A tiny appetizer or hors d'oeuvres offered to guests seated at their tables before or after they have ordered from the menu. Because of that, they can have this opportunity to showcase an aspect of the chef's cooking style and talent, and even welcoming the guests. Now that's it, class. We have five examples for hors d'oeuvres. We have antipasto, bruschetta, tapas, caviar, and the last one is amuse-bouche. Class, do you have any questions or clarifications about this topic? If none, very good. So I guess everyone has understood our lesson today. Now let's proceed with our activity and be excited.
Good day, class. I'm your teacher, Sheila, and I know we all done all the lessons all about the classification of appetizer. So I think that all of you have a learnings and familiarize and know about the classification of appetizer. So to make it clear, so I asked some question if you guys get on what I discussing all about. Okay? Okay, so my question, class, is all part to our lesson. So if you have any thoughts and idea, so feel free to answer. So are you ready, class? Very good. Okay, question number 1. What are the 7 classification of appetizer? Yes? Very great answer. Okay, the 7 classification of appetizer is what? Is a cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, canapé, relishes and cordite, petite salad, chips and dips, and the last is fresh fruits and vegetables. Very good. And for the next question, are you ready, class? Good job. Okay, for the second question, can you give me an example of canapé and relish? Okay, Juby. Very good answer. All of you guys have a great answer. And again, the example of canapé and relish is canapé are made from the sliced bread in different shape. Then the relishes are pickled item which are raw, crisped vegetable such as julienne carrots or celery stick. Okay? Okay, class. For the third question, all of you guys know what this appetizer. So, okay, for the third question, what type of appetizer has 3 parts? Okay, have base, fillings, and toppings. Okay, Angel. All of you raise your hand. So, okay, Angel, please give me a correct answer. Very good, Angel. Please sit down all class. The appetizer has base, fillings, and toppings are canapé. So, we all done in abstraction. So, we will proceed in application. Okay? Are you ready, class? Very good. So, in application, this time, class, I will give you an appetizer and I want you to tell me what classification of an appetizer will this ingredient to be used. Number 1. What appetizer has these ingredients? Thinly sliced bread. Yes, you. Very good. It is used for canapé. Very good, Danica. Because canapé, one of its ingredients are thinly sliced bread. So we proceed in number 2. What appetizer has these ingredients? Julienne cut carrots. Yes, Cherry. Yes, exactly. Very good, Cherry. Julienne cut carrots are used for relishes and crudites. Okay, we proceed in number 3. What appetizer has this ingredient? Fruit juice mixed with alcoholic beverages. Yes, May. Yes, it's nice idea, May. Fruit juice mixed with alcoholic beverages. It is for what class? It is used for cocktails. So next number is number 4. What appetizer has these ingredients? Caviar. Okay. Okay, Joy. Very great answer, Joy. Caviar, it is used for hors d'oeuvres. So we proceed in the last number, class. Okay, what appetizer that needs a dips? Okay, it is used for any appetizer that we need dips. Okay, class? Good job, class.
Hello class. So this time we are having a short quiz. So please prepare a 1/4 sheet of paper and write your name. So number 1, what classification of appetizer that is perfect for snacking? I repeat the question. What classification of appetizer that is perfect for snacking? So question number 2. Varieties of appetizer wherein the only requirement is to keep everything small. Again, varieties of appetizers wherein the only requirement is to keep everything small. So number 3. What is the correct term for a longer canapé? Again, what is the correct term for a longer canapé? So question number 4. What is the simplest appetizer and has low calories? Again, what is the simplest appetizer and has low calories? So question number 5. If you're having a party in your house, what kind of appetizer would you serve? Again, if you're having a party in your house, what kind of appetizer would you serve? So number 6. What food item placed on top of the spread to give color and design? So what are the food item placed on top of the spread to give color and design? So question number 7. What appetizer would fit to eat if you are on a diet? Again, what appetizer would fit to eat if you are on a diet? So number 8. What appetizer also known as before meal? Again, what appetizer also known as before meal? So number 9. You are in a bar and drinking some wine yet craving for an appetizer. What appetizer would perfectly match the wine? Again, you are in the bar and drinking some wine yet craving for an appetizer. What appetizer would perfectly match the wine? So, the last number, so number 10. If you are the type of person who like to eat raw vegetables, what type of appetizer will you choose? Again, if you are a type of person who like to eat raw vegetables, what type of appetizer will you choose? That's it for today's quiz. So in our next meeting, I'm going to ask each of you what is the importance of appetizer in your own opinion. So please take note and I will grade you one by one.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We are Teacher Edjas, Teacher Danica, Teacher Cherry, Teacher Sheila, and Teacher Chrisia. Hope you learned something in our class. Have a good day. Goodbye.